All right, here we go. So here is my most busted of busted combos. It is the banned Hockey Fibrex combo line, and here it is. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with Dragon's Ravine. I mean, our hand is kind of amazing right here. We didn't even need to use the Ancient Fairy Dragon to search out one of the field spells, but it is a-okay. We are still going to go into Ancient Fairy Dragon anyways, just to get that special summon effect. So we go Ancient Fairy Dragon right here. I'm going to go ahead and go into Union Hanger. Now I could have actually just used the effect to pop one of the hangers so I'd have an extra discard in my hand. And then basically summon my Union Hanger. That would have given me some advantage, one card advantage, so that way I would have had an extra discard. Um, Go ahead and go B Buster Drake right here. I grabbed that one. And then I'm going to go into Mecha Phantom Beast Aurora Dun. Now, like I said before, there are multiple ways to be able to get uh, Deskbot 001 into the graveyard. And we are going to go Deskbot 001 plus one of the tokens to go Cupid Pitch. Then we're going to activate the effect of Aurora Dun, popping the two tokens to bring out Cold Wing. Cold Wing will summon two tokens, and then Deskbot 001 will resummon itself back onto the field. Then we'll use Cupid Pitch plus one of the tokens to go into Borlo Savage Dragon, and then the Cupid Pitch will activate, drawing the Resonator, Creation Resonator. Then we'll special summon out the Creation Resonator, and then use that Creation Resonator along with the Cult Wing right here to go into Baron the Floor. Then from Baron the Floor, what we're going to do is use these two, the last Deskbot 001 and the last token, to go into our final negate, Herald of Arclight. Also, this is somewhat of a floodgate, so all of his monsters that get sent from the deck or hand go straight to the banish pile. And then also, we're going to go ahead and go Therion Disc Coliseum to bring out Therion King Regulus. And then we're going to bring out ABC Buster, ABC Dragon Buster. So let's look at our board because it's kind of deceptive a little bit if players don't read completely. What you see is not all what you get. There is more to this. So we got Baron the Floor, a Omni Negate plus a pop. So they have to deal with this or they'll get a card popped on their turn. Plus it's an Omni Negate. We get two counters on this card, giving us two Omni Negates, once per turn each. Then we have B ABC Buster Dragon, which is a banish, quick effect banish, and this card can split itself to put three pieces onto the field. And then we got Therion King Regulus. So the important thing about these negates right here, Therion the King Regulus, when it negates, it jumps off the field, goes into the graveyard. When Herald of Arclight negates, it also tributes itself, goes into the graveyard. So that'll give us space to spread out our ABC, and then we do run cards to basically use to go into as material basically. So IP Masquerena for follow up and stuff like that. So then that way, if those pieces are still on the field on our next turn, we can go into IP Masquerena, then basically make an Appaloosa, use maybe Baron the Floor, or even this Aurora Dun up here if it's still there. Whatever's residually remaining that doesn't have any more negates on it, we can basically use that. And then use the ABC pieces that are in the grave to go into another ABC Buster, unless they get banished by our opponent. So, there's a lot of follow up that can happen. There's a lot of negates here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Omni negates. This one does twice, but once per turn each. Now, this one here can pop a card on the field. I would just tribute something to pop something, or I can add a trap. Don't run any traps in this deck. And then I can bring out another Mecha Phantom Beast card. So that could be even more materials. And of course, when this is link summon, that's where you get the restriction. So if I were to use this effect again, it would not lock me out. So I'd actually be able to use those tokens to be able to basically be follow-up play as well. So I could also use those tokens to basically go into IP Masquerena and then use this card plus the Cult Wing to be able to go into a 4 negate Apollo USA on the next following turn. So there's a lot of plays here. And then we also have Therion Disc Coliseum. This card right here, if they try to summon something and beat over one of my negates, this is the funniest part about this. If they try to summon something and then beat over one of my negates, this card will protect it. It'll send something to the graveyard, and then basically it'll protect for one attack. Usually they can't get more than one monster out onto the field at a time because of all my negates, so I can just negate all of their attempts to put more than one monster out, and then I can also banish something. So trying to play through this board is difficult. I go ahead and let this go through because it doesn't threaten my board. I let this one go through because it doesn't threaten my board, and I'm just going to banish it before he can link or do anything like that. He's going to summon out this side reflector right here and try to search. So he's trying to gain some form of advantage. I'll let him go neutral, but I will not let him get any advantage, and I'm going to negate this. And he ends up scooping. GG's, my boy.